So we're starting this video off a little bit different than usual. Look behind me. I feel like a little piece of me is gone. So we delivered the golden nugget yesterday. You'll see that on Sunday. But anyway, as you can see, I'm sitting here just hanging out with Ed. We're shooting the breeze, talking about his mining days, earmuffs. All of you that want to go down to Hurricane and you want to meet with Ed and you want to talk to him, that's all great. Talk to him about his stories, listen, but please do not talk to him about the golden nugget. Okay, we've made it this far. There's a lot of channels involved. There's a lot of time and effort to keep this secret a secret. If you go down there, please don't wear your golden nugget shirt in front of Ed. We want to keep this thing a complete secret. So as always, we appreciate you guys. Let's get this thing started. Back to Papa Darr's truck. All right, so some of you might wonder why I didn't paint this bed, put it in the last Papa Darr video. This right here, this is an additive that dries the base coat. I couldn't get it. This is 3442. They sent me 3340 on accident. Good thing I caught it, put us on hold for a couple of days. We found some of this in Salt Lake. They expedited it to me. So now we have the correct additive for the base coat so we can get that thing painted. All right, we'll get this all stirred up, get it in a gun. We're gonna go paint. Time to blow tack and static it. Oh, don't look at that. That's a different video. Got Danner slinging the camera for me.
What's up, guys?
So on this box, it's industrial paint. It's Delft Fleet, and it's got a hardener in the base coat, so it's still a little bit tacky. We've let it sit for 1 hour, so we're not blow tack and staticking it. It's not perfectly clean, but there's not a lot we can do with it, with industrial stuff. We're gonna clear it, we're gonna put 2 coats on, and hopefully it looks good. First coat of clear is on. We're gonna let it sit a minimum of 10 minutes. Come back in, put a second round of clear on it, then we'll be good to go. Papa Darr's bed is completely painted. We've got all the base coat on it. It didn't turn out perfect. For a work bed, it's gonna be awesome. I think overall it looks really good. It's gonna match the truck, hopefully. We'll get it out of the booth tomorrow, put it on the truck, and we'll start getting this thing bolted up so we can get it back to him. What do you think, Hillbilly?
I like the color.
All right, so we've got the bed outside. It's looking pretty awesome. We're gonna let it sit out here for a little while we're working on some other stuff. We're gonna get this thing loaded on the truck and start getting it bolted down and getting it all assembled so we can get it back to Papa Darr.
Okay, so me and Joe's going to get the Papa Darr's service box bed around up front and in the body shop side of the shop so we can put it on the lift and use the hoist, lift it up so we can back the truck underneath it, set the hoist down. So let's get after it, Joe. Okay, let's hold it right there for a minute. Back in and put that way a little bit. Make sure it's adjusted all the way up. We make sure we clear the tire. And then I'll raise it up a little bit. Now we got it on the hoist in the air. I'll get the cart out and then we'll get Papa Darr's truck backed up underneath it. Let's put nuts and bolts. Is that license plate light holder? One of the pictures.
All right, so our first step, gotta put these 1/2-inch nut zerts in the frame. They don't fit. So we're gonna drill them out. Now we've gotta smash this down inside the frame so that it holds.
Robby's nut zert tool would have worked a lot better than what they sent us to use.
It's too early in the morning. All right, so we're getting this all ready to go underneath the bed. Hillbilly's got the stanchions all put in. We got those nut zerts finished up, just snugged in there. So we're gonna get the fuel filler neck off, the factory one, and then we're gonna back this under the bed and figure out how to mount it. Got it off. Somehow we're supposed to connect this Ford def filler tube from a jigger to this. Think it'll fit?
No.
Oh, you wrong, boy. All right, I'm gonna let Hillbilly push this back. I'm just gonna touch it so it looks like I'm doing something.
Can't keep traction.
I can't either.
Wow, put your back into it.
If we get traction, then it moves. All right, that was dumb. We're gonna drive the dang thing.
Straight back.
Right there?
Right there. Houston, we got a problem. The lift is resting on the back spring perch.
It does indeed sound like a problem. So we're gonna have to figure that problem out now. So shift it over real quick. Let's somehow jack it up and move the arms out a little. And then I think it'll work.
And once we get it shifted over a little bit, I think it'll clear.
Okay. Hillbilly's got it. Ow!
See if that's where we need it. That shall do, donkey, that shall do. Now I'll go back down with it.
What we're running into now is we're gonna have to cut this part of the bolt off. I think as soon as we cut this off, it'll clear, barely.
There's one. There's two, we got him.
Whoa, hold it. All right, so we're catching the bolt. Go up slightly. So all we gotta do is bump it that way. A little bit more. Whoa, up a little. Tiny bit. Okay, down. That barely fit. Just about there. So we're gonna make a few adjustments and then we're gonna get these back bolts in. All right, so we'll get it all lined up. We're just gonna bolt everything up loosely until every bolt is in, and then we'll go around and tighten them up. Okay, now we'll move on to the front. Well, Hillbilly took a chance, put the bracket in, and it got put in backwards. I took a chance, put the bolts in the rear, put them in the wrong spot. We're gonna flip this, move the bed a little bit, and get it all back in correctly.
They're like instructions for Tom.
They were CAD drawings.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, and it's for 2 different trucks. You gotta telepathically figure out which one is for which.
A couple of the pictures it says Ford, Dodge, GMC.
Yeah. 2014 to 2018, and then if you look with the magnifying glass, there's 2019 and up.
Okay, whoa.
Wow, Hillbilly, 3rd time's the charm.
What is it? We don't do it. We do it right because we do it twice.
We do it right because we do it 10 times. Bolt is in. My job here is done. All right, this is just a test fit, and it don't fit, or a test failed.
Mine's in.
Well, mine ain't. Well, gee golly, what's wrong with me?
You just pulled the whole bed that way.
Well, yeah, but I still don't go in. Hit it with your buffalo hands. Ka-chow! Ah, got it.
There goes the paint.
Okay, this is redonkulous.
I don't think we're doing a test fit. I think this is the final
Yeah, this
fit.
is the final fit. We've made an executive decision. This bumper's not coming back off. Okay, it's press fit in so that it's secure. We don't want this thing to fall off, so we used our pressing device. It's a very delicate and precise procedure. We just want to make sure it's done correctly. You put your hand above your head and you tickle your face, it'll go in. Got it. We're gonna need some big washers down here though.
Oh wow, we do need like a humongous washer.
I told you. Are you done yet?
Done.
I'm thinking that hitch might be a good job for Paul.
Unless you're supposed to, that's what these are for, is to plug weld it.
Oh no, those are probably the bolt holes.
That we have to drill.
Dude, I'll bet that is. We'll have to see. I might have to YouTube this.
I've tried, I couldn't see nothing on it.
Does anybody work for Knapheide Beds? We might need some help.
Does anyone enjoy doing wiring? Because we have a lot to do.
That sounds like a good job for Chad. I think I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm too hungry to think about sleep.
Well, I'm too tired to think about food.
Well, that's a good diet.
I think we're to the point where we need to tighten it and get it out of the hoist.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna roll out like a beached well. I did that gracefully. All right, so we're gonna pull the truck out of the hoist and we're gonna start figuring out the wiring, which is gonna be not so fun. Like magic, I just need all those wires hooked up.
Front 4 bolts are tight.
Hillbilly's got one side on, so we're gonna hurry and check it. As you can see, we've got wires everywhere. We've got one more side to wire up and then this will be done. But all right, brakes. So we're just gonna run through a check. Blinkers, good. Tails, blinkers, hit it in reverse. Perfect. So it looks like we've got one side all finished up. We're gonna wire in the other side, and then this wiring on the back is gonna be all finished up. Turning out nice.
As you can tell, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plugs on one side, which is the driver's side. So we got your backup camera plug, bumper sensors, sonar sensors plug, trailer light plug. This one's the one I've been modifying to fit, to wire the bed up to it, because this is what the bed comes with. So you gotta cut and splice wires together and get rid of wires that you don't need inside this plug, because the factory tail lights have sonars in the light, and these lights don't have it, so we don't need all those extra wires. This plug's for like the bed lights. That's another sonar plug, and that plug is another sensor plug. So many sensors in these newer trucks. We won't need half those because we're not running any of those sensors. So now I'm just popping the little safety clip out of the tail light plug so I can pull the pigtail out and have it working out here. So much easier when you have it in your lap and not have to lay under there and do it. So many wires. The one pickup truck I have is a 63 Ford 1-ton flatbed, and it only has like the very minimal wires. I think total there's maybe 15 wires. Not anymore. 15 wires that's just one light now.
We're gonna solder these wires. Okay, hook me. I like to twist my wires together, and then we're gonna do this teamwork style. Checkity check to check it out. You heat it up, and then Hillbilly just feeds the solder into it. Just takes a year to get it hot. Now, if we move really, really fast, we can get it there. Good, perfect. See that? Now we can use our lighter and heat shrink it. So what we're doing here is making a jumper harness from the factory wiring harness to the trailer plug. But we're actually using the factory harness. We just cut the whole center section out of it. And Hillbilly's more than capable, but I got bored, so I'm here helping.
Even though he has other projects that could be getting done.
Have to be worked on. We need this one moved in order for me to work on those. My soldering iron is out of butane, so if some of you are wondering what I'm doing, I'm putting butane in it so that it'll start on fire, so it'll get hot, so I can melt some wires together with solder. Got it.
10 hours later. Whoa! It's getting bursts of air coming through.
We're gonna put a couple bolts in. Well, we're gonna put a bolt in there. How many?
I was thinking all of them.
So we're gonna use some Allen head stainless steel bolts, cause it's what we've got from the Golden Nugget. We're gonna shove that in, if it'll even go. Okay, now hold that there. Square that sucker up. Ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the best part about this, we're in a rush because we're going to get the Morvair. Ha ha ha! Everybody's scrambling tonight, and I'm excited because we have an hour until Darr gets here to pick this up. And then we're taking the tow truck, we're headed to Green River to go pick up the Morvair. Matt just called, he's down there on a job. Not sure the situation, but he's got to abandon ship. So the Morvair is getting dumped off on the side of the road, and we're going to get it. So thanks for calling, Matt. Doesn't look bad with the blackout here now.
Are we leaving the blackout then?
I don't know, it kind of looks good.
Put these little Allen heads in there. It actually looks really good.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good too, so that's what we're gonna do. So we've got like 3 more of these bolts to tighten up, and this fuel pocket will be all installed. I can't get my hands up in here very well, so these are the fun ones.
Yeah, don't ask me to put my hand
don't
up
try
in
to put his hands up in there. Mine barely fit.
I think camera guy's hand's smaller. We might have to
Oh, that's true.
get that third hand in there.
Right, little fingers. Look at that, I got it, the hard one. Done. So we've got the fuel filler neck all installed, all those stainless steel bolts looking awesome. The filler tube is bolted in. We don't have it perfect, but we've got the def tank filler upper thingy majigger zip tied in there. Bracket's gonna have to get built, but you know what? We're running out of time before Darwin gets here. He's gonna have the bracket built down at Fab Rats. Hillbilly's got all the wiring all tucked up in, all the lights are working. Now we just have to drill a hole for the spare tire carrier, and this thing is as done as we're gonna get it. Let's get that done and get this truck out of here.
So the drill bits I were using, the biggest size is a 1/2 inch, so I had to go grab Robby's stepper bit so I can go up bigger. I think it's as far as it's gonna go. I got the hole drilled to as big as we got, which is 1 inch. Need to go a little bit bigger for the rubber garment, but we don't have a drill bit big enough. But now I should get a razor blade and trim away this excess vinyl lining. So I'll get that trimmed up and make it look nice.
We've got everything finished up as far as we're gonna get it. The rest gets to be done at Paul's. So we've got to go rescue the Morvair. So we've got to get out of here. Oh crap, he's here.
Hello.
All right, so we got everything back together on Papa Darr's truck. Got it back down to him here at Fab Rats so he can get it back to work. So as always, we appreciate you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, go watch this one.